Hey guys! Oh my god. You have no idea how beyond excited I am that you're here. It just makes my little heart jump up with joy. Now, I know you're obviously here because you want to unlock the secrets on how you can get your next 500 followers. And heck, if I don't deliver, then I just didn't do what I promised. I want you to know that you're in very good hands because I've dedicated the last 6 months reading every possible article I can find about Instagram, listening to every podcast, watching every YouTube video, and through months and months of researching, I finally figured out the formula that not only grows your following, but has the ability to truly scale your business. I mean, can I get an amen? I know that we all got lives to run, and in this fast paced world, it is so easy to get distracted with a handful of open tabs and our phones constantly buzzing with notifications from Facebook, Instagram, email. I hear ya. I am absolutely hashtag guilty of this too, but I want to invite you to put your phone down, actually put it somewhere that's not in your sight, close the thousands of unnecessary tabs you have open, and wait on that email to check later because I want you to buckle down since I'm going to give you some really juicy content and I'd seriously hate for you to miss it. I just want to make sure that you're getting the most out of this webinar, and being sucked by the distractions around you probably won't help. Now, I also know that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of free webinars out there, but here's what I truly promise. I'm not going to be giving you fluffy pieces of Instagram advice that I know you've probably heard so many times before, like, well, you have to post consistently or use the right hashtags. Instead, you'll be walking away with a step-by-step blueprint of what and how to revamp your Instagram account so that people can find you and actually hit on that follow button. Yes, who would like that? I just wanted to let you know that you're in the right place if you're feeling totally frustrated that you're posting consistently and your follower number just won't budge. You're a creative entrepreneur or solopreneur in the artistic field. So, from art to design to jewelry making to calligraphy to baking to fashion, I got you totally covered. You're feeling defeated that so many other entrepreneurs in your field are just kicking ass and seem to have their stuff figured out, and you're there clueless on what you're doing wrong, and you're confused trying to figure out how you can take Instagram worthy photos, but for the life of you, you can't figure out photography. If you're finding yourself constantly scrolling on Instagram and seeing how other artists or creative entrepreneurs are absolutely crushing it, and your little inner voice says, am I ever going to be like that? Then yes, I am talking to you. I was once in your shoes and felt every single one of those frustrations. And because I took months and months of trial and error researching and trying to crack that Instagram code, I have vowed to help anyone rid of those frustrations because I'm all about the community over mindset competition here. We gotta help one another after all, am I right? Now, alternatively, this is not the place for you if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. I'm all about the hard work because anyone promising you overnight success is unfortunately either a scammer, doesn't even know, or doesn't have your best interest. This is also not the place for you if you get annoyed when I come to invite you to join my community beyond this webinar. I'll be giving you jam packed information, and because there's so much knowledge, it's a little challenging to fit everything I know about Instagram into a single session, other than the fact that the human brain doesn't necessarily absorb that way. And lastly, this is not the place for you if you want to cheat the system and purchase followers or likes like using a bot or any of those harmful things. Instead, what I'll be teaching you is how you can get those followers consistently and organically because the number of followers doesn't necessarily matter. What? Did I just say that? Yes, I absolutely did. The number of followers doesn't necessarily matter, but you know what does? It's getting the right followers. Because if you're attracting quality people, those are the ones who will be invested in you, your product, or your service. So this is not just about getting thousands upon thousands of followers, although you absolutely could, but getting those ultimate followers who belong to your tribe and become raving fans who vouch for you. Because remember, popularity does not pay the bills. What truly matters is getting those quality leads who have an ultimate, genuine interest in your Instagram account and your business. I mean, let's look at it like this. Let's say you have thousands and thousands of friends. Quite the popular catch, aren't you? But would it matter if any of those friends don't have your back? Let's flip the switch right here. What if you had two, three, four, five friends, but those are people who actually have your back? They will support you no matter what, no questions asked. What makes more sense here? What is worth more of the investment of your time? That's exactly the kind of Instagram strategy that we should be honing on. Now, in case you don't know me or who I am, then hello, my name is Nadine. I'm a henna artist based in Toronto. I'm a light soul, I love to laugh, I'm a major Beatles fan, and would literally give up anything for a piece of chocolate. Nutella, anyone? Oh, also, I'm a sucker for puppies. I used to work as a full time graphic designer and social media strategist in a windowless office for many, many years, but then decided to up and leave my 9 to 5 corporate job a year ago to pursue my henna career full time. You can imagine how some of my closest friends and family felt when I decided to ditch the steady paycheck to draw art on people. Yep, they all thought, hello, starving artist. But I've taken appointments in Boston, Washington, D.C., Toronto, and Egypt, and gotten featured in an array of online magazines worldwide, like the Toronto Star, Indian Wedding Buzz, the Rising Tide Society, and many, many more. I was also invited to do a henna demo on live television and take questions from callers and answer them live on the air. Care to take a guess on how the producers of the show found me? Yep, they found me on Instagram. It's amazing how this little free app helps connect us with the right people. Now, I'm not telling you all this to brag, but to show you the correct and effective use of Instagram as a lead generation vehicle because you can truly grow your business in ways more than one. And I want to show you how with my 5 proven strategies that not only manage me to get 7,000 followers in a matter of just 2 months, but also landed me 5 clients in a span of 10 days. While I managed to figure out a thing or two about Instagram, this was not always the case. So please don't for a second think that this was an overnight rags to riches story. It took a lot of dedication on my part and having to figure it out on my own along the way. And because I definitely do not want you to make the same mistakes that I made, I really want your focus here so you can avoid those pitfalls I fell in. And to prove it, I want to invite you to have a look what my Instagram used to look like back in the day. Now, I've had my account for a while now, and as you can see, it was extremely sporadic. I had no strategy in place. I posted for the sake of feeling obligated to post, and my photo taking skills were extremely cringe-worthy. I would be left feeling obligated to post on Instagram for the sake of posting, just avidly scrolling through my camera roll and randomly picking an image to post for the day. I rarely ever gave any of my captions a second thought and would just say things like Tama Tama Tamarine. Seriously, how lame is that? Or framed mandala. It's like, hello, Captain Obvious. I could obviously see it's a mandala in a frame. It wasn't interactive at all, and you better bet it barely budged my followers or got me any bookings. As far as Instagram was concerned, it was only a free online portfolio with some of my designs here and there. Now, if you look at what my Instagram looks like today, it's a world of a difference. There's a very intentional theme there, and you can definitely see that it's heavy in whites and teals. There's a much clearer brand identity, it's more focused, and a lot more strategic in attracting the right followers. Here's the thing, my friend. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So we want to be super sure that your Instagram game complements and flatters that because I don't want you to just gain followers, but to actually end up with working with people you truly want to work with or get the customers you're seriously craving for. I'm going to go a little off point here, but I actually love to bake. As you can see here, I've combined my love of henna with my love of baking and created a little henna themed cake. There's nothing better than pretty desserts, am I right? But anyway, to make that cake, I had to use several different ingredients like butter, flour, eggs, milk. I couldn't have possibly made it with a single ingredient alone. It takes a combination of different ingredients for this particular outcome. So the idea I'm trying to convey to you here is there's not one single strategy that's going to grow your Instagram following or business. There's no single secret bullet or a magic spell. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I get messages from other random artists asking for a shout out, thinking that that's the single solution for their growth. I mean, I get about a handful of these DMs every single day. I hate to be a big buzzkill right here, but this has never ever worked. At best, a shout out will get a few people to come check you out, and that's about it. It doesn't guarantee followers, and it sure doesn't guarantee customers or clients. Instead, it takes a series of tools, as I call them, a combination of strategies to truly make an impact, much like baking a cake. Now, I've got 5 strategies for you here, but this technique would not work unless you implement all of them together. These will be your ingredients to bake the perfect cake. These 5 proven strategies to getting those followers is STORY, and that's a short little acronym I created for you so that it's super easy for you to remember. That's sharing your story, your theme, offer value, reach out and engage, and the Y is for you-centric. And if you don't know what that means, do not worry about it. We will get more into detail with it a little later down the line. So let's take one little bite size here at a time so that you're sure you're soaking it all in to create an effective Instagram strategy for you and your business. Here's something that we all fail to see or understand about Instagram. The first ingredient here is S, and that's telling your story. So we need to know, who are you? What's your business? What are you offering? Where are you based? I mean, we live in the 21st century here and in a time where you can get results in seconds. So who loves Google as much as I do? That's why you need your Instagram to quickly answer those questions through your story. Your bio, your photos, they all need to tell me what you're all about in a single glance. Here's the thing, we all have the attention span of a goldfish, so you want to be able to hook those people in an instant. Visual identity is also super important, so your Instagram grid will really make or break that for you. I want to know what your story is through the first 9 photos I see in your little square grid. So if you take a look at my feed here, even though you know I'm a henna artist, I'm not only sharing photos of my henna designs, but I'll also share quotes that aligns with my brand values. I'll have images of my workspace. These are all things that contribute to the story that I'm trying to share with the world, beyond just being a henna artist who offers henna services. The second thing that will also get that user to hit that follow button is your second ingredient right here, and that is the theme. The T, which is the second letter of our acronym. Instagram is an extremely visual app, so your grid needs to look cohesive and seamless collectively the same way it would individually. People are going to determine whether to follow you or not based on those first 9 photos they see. So other than the fact that it instantly needs to tell your story, it also needs to be visually grabbing in a way that complements your entire grid. What that means is that your photo needs to look extraordinary on a standalone in the same way that it fits in your overall feed. So if your photo pops up on someone's feed, they should be able to instantly tell that it's your photo without even having to read who posted it. It also needs to be aesthetically fitting your entire grid, because to those who are not following you, that's what's going to grab their attention. In fact, the first 3 seconds of someone landing on your Instagram account is the most crucial because that's going to be the first impression that you set on people. So you really need to master your theme over here. I managed to do that through incorporating my branding colors of teal and white, transforming into what once was super sporadic and patchy into something that is consistent and visually pleasing. That way, when someone new lands on my account, they already know what my vibe is like. Now, the third ingredient or the third letter of our acronym, which is O, and that is to offer value like crazy. I actually cannot stress this enough because when you're delivering value to people, you're increasing people's trust in you as a brand. So if you're a baker and you sell your baked goods, show people your process or give them a tutorial on how to make a unicorn cake from scratch, for example, if that's what you offer. Maybe reveal a baking trick or two. If you're a makeup artist, do the same. Show us a hack of how to get that winged eyeliner look. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Nadine, isn't that kind of counterintuitive in a way? Why would I want to show my audience how to apply their own makeup or bake their own desserts if my business is based on selling that to them? Well, just because you're showing them doesn't mean that you're not the professional here. Their level of skill will not necessarily match yours. But when you show them your process or how you work, you're giving them crazy value. And when they feel like you truly know what you're talking about, their trust in you increases at warp speed. And you want to know what is one of the most important things to be able to really close a sale, let alone attract more followers? That's trust. Yes, people have to know, trust, and like you before considering anything else. And what's another way to earn people's trust other than offering them value? It's through the fourth part of our acronym, or our fourth ingredient, and that is the letter R, which is to reach out and engage yourself. A lot of us fall in the same mistake of posting an image on Instagram and just hoping for the best or longing for the comments and likes to start pouring in. We all completely forget to set aside the fact that Instagram is a social media app. Realize the word social is in there. So what do you have to do? That's right, you gotta be social. We can't expect to just post and all the followers will start flooding in. Instead, you should engage, comment, and like on other accounts that you admire because that's how you create genuine online relationships. Instagram has turned into the screaming match where everyone is posting and it's all about me, me, me. But instead, I want you to change your perspective for a second here. And let's think what that approach would look like in real life. So let's say you're in a room of crowded people and you're holding a microphone, yelling for people's attention. Then what? Instead, what if you went around the room introducing yourself in a one-to-one heartfelt conversation and got to know those people personally? What do you think will be more effective in getting recognition or truly leaving an impression? You see what I mean? That's why it's not just enough for you to post on Instagram and wipe your hands clean because you've done what you were supposed to. What you should really be doing is engaging, hop onto people's DMs, ask questions, like, comment, basically do everything you want to see done in your own account. I'm sure your mother told you, treat others how you want to be treated. So why not adopt it in your Instagram strategy too? I can't tell you how many friendships I've managed to gauge just by interacting with someone else's posts myself. That on its own becomes an invitation, and people respond to that so much better than just seeing a post as they're passively scrolling on their phones. So don't forget to reach out and interact yourself because it will be returned to you in an Instagram karma kind of way. Any karma believers here? Because I know I sure am. And our last fifth strategy is having to be more you-centric, and that's our final ingredient, the why. I don't want you to be puzzled here, but what I mean by this is you really need to show more of yourself because you should be the face of your own brand. So ask yourself, are you showing up consistently? Can we see your face in your feed? Are we getting to know more about you personally? Are you ultimately humanizing your brand? Now, if you're a shy type like me, and yes, I am shy, the idea of posting your own photos just seems super daunting. I completely know what that feels like. The first time I ever hit post on my own picture, I had this nervous feeling in my stomach. Kind of like when you're at the top of the roller coaster and you're holding on for dear life because you're facing down to the height you're about to drop. Yes, I'm talking that feeling in my gut that just wouldn't go away. But here's what I discovered. This tactic has gotten my Instagram engagement soaring, and I was truly surprised. I always thought whoever followed me just wanted to follow my henna work, but what I failed to see is that people are way more responsive to human connection. And they managed to make that connection with me when I showed up and revealed who I truly was. People want rawness, authenticity, and honesty. And with the mere action of posting a photo of myself, I was able to hit on all those things. That's why the fifth strategy here is to show us more of who you are. What do you look like? What motivates you? What scares you? All these things help in building that connection with your followers because then they know that you're not just a business, but an actual human being with a beating heart who's pouring their soul into this little thing you've created. And if you're not a solopreneur, but rather a person with a team, then be sure to show faces of your team to the Instagram world as well. This all contributes to the fact of building a human connection and humanizing your brand. The thing I love about this strategy is that there is no clone of you. I mean, sure, you might have an identical twin, I don't know, but the fact remains that you're uniquely you, kind of like a fingerprint. That's what's truly going to set you from the rest of the Instagram pack or competitors you have in your industry. So, whether you're going to show up in your feed or your Insta stories, I just want you to remember to show up because there are people out there who are dying to get to know you beyond what your business offers. I mean, I, for one, am also super excited to get to know you. Who are you? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Which is why I am so thankful that you showed up to this webinar because I'm in this to really get to know you as well. All right, so to recap here, the 5 strategies are story. The S is for sharing your story. The T stands for your theme because you want to be as curated as possible to make your Instagram grid as aesthetically pleasing to grab people's attention. You need to offer value like crazy so that people can trust you in turn to buy and purchase from you. And then the R also adds to reaching out and engaging to get your engagement soaring and to add to that trust factor. And finally, the Y is making it you-centric so you can humanize your brand and build that human connection with your audience. Here's the thing, you can't rely on one of these strategies alone. Instead, take them as a package. Implement each and every single tool because it will only work if you implement all of them together. Remember, you can't make a dessert or bake a cake with one single ingredient. Like, you can't make a cake out of just eggs, right? You need a set of ingredients. So implement the same strategy the exact same way. Instagram has taken me months upon months to figure out, and there's so much information about it that I truly want to share with you. But unfortunately, we're humans after all, and I don't want you feeling overwhelmed or that I'm overwhelming you with an abundance of content, other than the fact that our brain isn't wired to absorb information beyond a 30-minute or 1-hour capacity. Now, I want to take a second and ask you if it would be all right to share a little more about Instagram and material that in my heart know will help you in not only growing your Instagram following, but even scale your business through sales and getting your calendar booked. Would that be okay with you? So right now, I told you my 5 proven strategies. Basically, I have outlined the what and the why, but right now I want to tell you the how you can implement the strategy step by step. So while this can all feel like a sudden rainstorm after a full season of drought, I want to introduce to you the Plan the Gram course because it's truly an entrepreneur's guide to growing your Instagram following and convert those followers into actual paying customers. Ka-ching! Who here loves Shania Twain? All right, okay. Moving on before getting that song stuck in your head because it sure is stuck in mine right now. So, Plan the Gram is an effective blueprint that acts like your Instagram GPS, taking you by the hand, telling you exactly how to take those super Insta worthy photos with nothing other than your phone. Believe me, I am far from being a photographer, but in this course, you'll learn step by step what it takes to take remarkable photos that are hashtag Instagram bomb. You'll also learn how to grow your following consistently every single day. Yes, every single day. And how to track those followers into a lead generation vehicle because we all know it's not just about popularity, but profitability. You'll also learn when to post, what to post, and what to note down in your captions to get your followers super hooked, just waiting on your every post to interact, engage, comment, like, and even share. And finally, the course will reveal to you the follower to customer journey so you can effectively create a super influential Instagram strategy that adds a little extra money in your bank account. Now, who here is excited about all that? So, the course is broken up in 5 modules and jam packed with a lot of material, including worksheets, cheat sheets, bonuses. That's right, I left no stone unturned. And with the course, you'll be getting one extra bonus in each module as a gift totally free from me to you. Each module is dedicated to a topic, and we go in depth in each topic so that you can truly soak up the material the right way. But what's also most important is that there are worksheets accompanied in each module to make everything actionable for you and to keep you accountable or on track in your new Instagram journey. There are also fun little 3-part quizzes at the end of each module to sort of test your knowledge on the material, and it's a fun way to take the time and register everything that you're about to learn. So, Module 1 is all about understanding the Instagram algorithm and dissecting your true branding voice so that you can attract not just any followers, but quality followers who are eventually going to be lifelong friends and customers who blindly vouch for you. We go in deep of how you can beat the algorithm so you can get your account found by non-followers and what your branding voice should look like so you can set yourself apart from your competition, especially if you find that you've entered an oversaturated market. Next, we head on to Module 2, which is all about phone photography because you really don't need any fancy camera equipment or a high-end expensive photographer to be able to take those Instagram-worthy photos yourself. So not only will you understand what it takes to shoot a good photo, but how you can edit your photos like a pro to truly make them pop and lure potential followers and customers in. You also get insider access on how I shoot my flat lays and self-portraits without anyone's help but my own. On to Module 3, and that's where we dive on what your posting schedule should look like, including how often you should be posting and when to get more eyeballs on your Instagram content. And we look into the super effective tactics that increases your engagement through likes, comments, DMs, because remember, Instagram is a social media app. So we're going to put the social back in. Heading to Module 4, which is really the meaty, juicy stuff of how you can grow your reach and followers through understanding what are the right hashtags you should be using and how you can get reposted from accounts with super big followings to increase your exposure and attract even more followers. We also covered the best practices of Instagram stories and how you can even expand your reach further because even Insta stories deserves more of our attention. And lastly, we'll cover turning your followers into clients or customers in Module 5 by understanding how you can grow your network even beyond Instagram and get people to land on your booking and shopping page because it's not just about getting followers and that's that, but it's really about getting the right followers so you can land more cash in your pocket. Now, in each module, there's a little bonus gift from me. Yes, I am that generous. I've added these hacks for you totally free of charge so you can make the most out of Instagram. These bonuses feature whether or not you should have a personal or business account, how you can create graphic quotes even if you're not a designer or have absolutely no graphic design knowledge whatsoever, shortcut tools for your hashtags and engagement, and how you can make your Instagram page shoppable so that people can directly purchase from the app. Initially, all these bonuses would have cost $200, but I'm giving it to you completely for free. Now, back from my graphic designing and social media strategy days, I would have typically charged a client around $1,500 to $2,000 to develop a strategy for you, accompanied with a few design elements. But with this course, which is valued also at $1,000, I'm not offering a $500 deal, which is half off and would still be a pretty good deal. That's 50% off. But I'm offering it to you at a mere price of $57. No joke. I'm including this price for a one time only as the first round of students to this newly introduced course. So you're literally saving $943 and growing your wisdom about Instagram to truly change your love-hate relationship with it to a love-love relationship. Mushy wet kisses and all, can I get an amen? The thing is, you can totally hire me or another professional to help you grow your business, but this comes with thousands of dollars, which we all know is not necessarily a sustainable way to run a business. But instead, this course teaches you how to do it completely on your own. And the best thing about it is people will truly resonate with you and know the real you. You're growing your brain with marketing, strategy, and branding knowledge that will help you scale and grow on the long term. And the beauty of this is everything you learn is 100% actionable and can be repeated on a loop over and over again so that you don't have to rely on outsourcing to someone else and have to spend thousands of dollars doing it. You'd also be receiving bonuses valued at $200 completely for free at no extra charge to you because I want you to speed track to your business success. Now, you may be there sitting at 237 followers or 500 and I don't know what followers, and you lost yourself and thought that you'll never be able to go beyond that, or possibly you're still stuck at your 9 to 5 job, daydreaming and wishing for a way out so that you can finally do what you love every single day for the rest of your life. So I want to ask you one question. What's holding you back? Is it the fear of placing down an investment? Or maybe you're thinking that there are tons of other webinars and free content out there, and you can just Google everything that you need to know and collect the puzzle pieces of all these things to get to where you need to go. Or perhaps you're just too busy and have no time to look into this. I want to take another second here to flip the coin and look things from the other side. If we're not willing to invest in ourselves, then how can we possibly expect others to invest in us? The first action it takes is to expand your knowledge and education, because if you truly believe in yourself and putting down that investment, that you've taken the course of action to say that I can and I will make it. As far as other webinars or Google goes, while it's true you can put two and two together because I know you are super smart, I have to tell you, I was on the receiving end of that. And if back then I had known everything that I know now, my success would have probably been double or triple what it could have been today. Trying to piece it all on your own could take months, if not years, and could be a torturous process before having to up and quit your job or land you that lucrative business you've been constantly yearning for. And if you're too busy or you don't have time, then maybe we should reprioritize. One of the easiest way to know someone's priorities is by seeing what fills up their calendar. I want you to know that I live for my students, and because you are my priority, I want to make sure that you're making the right priorities too. Now, we're all super reluctant to put down money on an educational course, but think about it. What if that educational course changes your life and scales your business? Expanding your knowledge is not a loss. That is information that stays with you forever. While the beauty of the course is that it's completely take at your own pace, I want you to know that you get a 35-day back guarantee, meaning in 35 days, if you feel the course hasn't delivered what it promised, you get your money back in full. Yes, so that the risk is entirely removed from you. So that way, your investment is 100% risk-free. Just show me that you've implemented the coursework, and I will personally restore all your money back because it's only important for me that you get what you pay for. So let's take a beat here. With a one-time payment of $57, if you land 2 clients a month, would it be worth the investment? What if you land 5 clients? Would it be worth it then? You can easily make your money back. Heck, you can easily profit if you truly put everything in the course to practice, because it is the complete blueprint in understanding how to make Instagram work for you instead of having it paralyzing you the same way it has over and over again. So are you ready to make the change? I mean, I wish I had access to something like this when I myself was starting out. It probably would have saved me months of frustration and struggle and gotten me where I wanted to be so much faster. I don't have a doubt in my mind that you're capable of just about anything, so I want to help support that tooth and nail. Einstein once said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So you can walk away sitting at the 237 or 500 followers, hoping and wishing that they grew, and for more people out there to miraculously land on your account and instantly buy from you. While I completely wish that were true, there's a much easier way for you to spiral through this, and I want to hold you by the hand to help you get there much, much faster. So I'll ask again, are you ready? Are you ready to say goodbye to the frustrations? Ready to stop playing the comparison game and finally setting yourself apart from the crowd? The entire course with the free bonuses and quizzes is valued at $1,200. And if you were to directly hire me to implement the process for you, you're looking at an amount of $1,500 to $2,000. But I wanted to make this course completely affordable and reach to the masses because I know what the struggle is like. And I never want anyone to undergo the frustrations that held me back, which is why for this one-time offer only, you'll be getting the material for $57 as the course inauguration. It will never ever be this low again. The price will be raised moving forward after the first round of students. If you truly calculate it, you'll find that $57 totals to 2 dine-outs at a mediocre restaurant. But instead of consuming an average meal that will last you probably 10 to 15 minutes, you'll get lifetime access to the course that will unlock your Instagram knowledge forever and get your business off of its feet once and for all. You'll also get access to me when you join the exclusive Plan the Gram Facebook community, which is also a great opportunity to interact and engage with other students going through the course so we can all help and support one another. This Facebook group is only granted to people who have accessed and purchased the course. I want to help you understand how to make Instagram work for you and forever work in your favor so you can finally leave that 9-to-5 job and do the thing that you are most passionate about. Now, if you want to know if this is the right fit for you, you can easily email me at nadine@hennaproject.com and I'll be here for you no matter what. You can also hit the little button below to know more about the course if you feel so obliged, or head to www.thehennaproject.net/planthegram. And I cannot wait to hear from you. Happy Instagramming!